are, and it's just perfect, regardless of the circumstances. Yeah. It's this internal peace that we speak about, that we have to embrace the present moment and to be present. That is all we have. So how can we,
I think this is about being more within yourself, Aniki.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
So
Thank you.
It's that spiritual quest.
Yes. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Wow, this is so good. Thank you, Alison. Wow, I feel so like honored. Like I feel so honored. Like it's such a great engaging but exchanging, and I feel so like when this is happening for me with you, just knowing you, and I do know you. I maybe not know the ins and outs of you, but I don't need to know that. I know your soul. I know your heart.
Thank you, Nikki.
And I gotta tell you, it echoes. It really echoes. And it's so beautiful because it's almost like a mothery, nurturing and comforting and covered, and just this ensure of knowing that you can take a deep breath and you can feel this love that you give is endless. So yeah,
so interesting for me. Yes. Because of, as you speak to what resonates in you, I just always come back to the wonder of what we are and the mirroring that happens.
And even mirroring each other, it's so wonderful how the universe has got humor, because it expresses God through you in a way that only I could resonate, because for me. It's my message to me, to God, for me to come to know that he would use, when I say use, but of service, of allowing to think that, I hear my own mother tongue. I hear my South African, South African, that's who that's my kind. It's just brings home to me. It's just home, when I hear that. It doesn't matter if I see the person just for yesterday or know them for 10 years. If they're South African, it's just home for me, right? And then when I get to witness that, and then tomorrow we have the Springboks, we got the World Cup. Tomorrow it's a big game. Oh yeah, Romeo. It doesn't matter. It's a big game. It's a World Cup, and we're gonna be playing at 9:30. Okay, so like everyone in South Africa right now is like, woo! Even people in the States that I know that are so excited. They're gonna go and see the game. At 9:30 in the morning. I'm there. So I just wanted to tell you, at 9:30, I will not be on the session. I'll be watching my rugby. Oh yeah, World Cup. Here we go, Springboks. So to have all this, to be able to say thank you to that, because it's just the momentum of how I wonder and what curiosity comes from that, when you get to just feel it all. Just feel it all. And I'm talking to a South African, like practically every day of my life, and it's like today especially, so yeah, that to me is just magical. So thank you. You magical. Thank you.
I'll sleep on that tonight.
Oh, please God. And wake up if you can and watch the game. Oh, I'll be cheering on. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, that's enough of that, I guess.
Yeah, I'm coming. Just like you make sure.
I choose to start my word with admiration this morning. Admiring. Admiring what is.
I went to sleep last night wondering about cycles and spirals and just how not sure exactly how different they are. But it was just the comparison, I guess. And then thinking about how many other structures there are in the universe. And so then I went back to our word yesterday of infinity. With cycles, I was thinking about the 4 seasons and looping around them. You can imagine that going up around the one, then under the next, and then up around the next one, and then under and folding back to come the same way around all 4 again, and then you get 2 8s on their side. Funny how the mind can go. Eh? And then I was thinking, well, so that's my imaginings, but they're imaginings from what I already know. And then I thought, how do you imagine something that you don't know? But it's all inside. Infinite possibilities.
How does new feel? How do we recognize?
When we don't have words.
Oh, that's good for creation.
Mm.
You were speaking, Allison, of the season cycles, about of the moon cycles inside of it.
Mm-hmm.
Just as an entangled cycle.
Mm.
And admiration for the cycles we don't see.
Mm.
and how much we know or what we know narrows our starting position.
Mm.
Just that starting position frames, it's like frames everything.
Mm. And that's part of the paradigm that we're in, right?
Mm.
Which is structure.
Mhm. Two words, it's like a spotlight. The spotlight is what we can see, what we frame in, what we focus on.
Mm.
And then a word called multi-tracking.
Mm.
Both distinctions from that book, I'm Working Decisive.
I'm wondering, is love a structure or an orientation? Because I was thinking as you were talking about listening, and when we're in the silence, which I'm now disturbing, the silence is the most open place and the most unstructured place that we can experience probably in our bodies. And so there is a structure to the universe, but I just don't know what, don't have the words for it.
In the silence, do you spotlight something?
Eventually,
What about in between?
then I'm like the sky watching the clouds. I wish, but that's where I orient towards. And in my imagination, when I do that, I feel really like I don't have words for it, even now, other than good. Expansive, amazed, in awe. So I guess there's the focus, right?
As things, as thoughts pop in the silence, let them dance through.
Mm.
like clouds. Is that what I
Mhm.
would?
From all your talk, I'm feeling creation.
Mm,
My word for the day.
mm. Thank you. Infinite, right? Creation is so infinite.
Yes, and that's the striving that was spoken to for me in that quote. But always there's something in us that is always striving to be more. Not to have, but to be. And to know that and remember that every human being has that.
Mm. Mm.
My word for the day is passion.
Everyone has that too.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Just noticing the structure of be, the structure of have, and the spotlight on those two,
Mm.
meaning most of the structure, society, the world, right, is structured on the have.
Mm.
Out of balance with the be.
Very much so.
So I'm compelled to share this from why I brought up multi-tracking. It's a story of an advertising company. Some creation and bringing forth, really, it's naming a product. All that goes into naming a product. And some of the highlights, it appears as a smaller version of a toothbrush. And so imagine you're sitting around a boardroom, conference room, tasked with naming this little toothbrush. Just by my spotlighting it as a small toothbrush, just locks in automatically where we can take it, how far we can create with it. And the author says that, like, when we're framed into that, we're just slightly improving the old. He says there, he speaks to, if we're unaware, it can be traps, as it's locked in. What I found interesting was the one thing they always do is they use the product.
So it's always important to remember that most things have a box, a frame, as you've said. And that frame can be taken apart. And a new one can be created.
A new edge, right, or a new opening. It's like that frame is our past, our experience, and the new is on the outside of it. And as you rearrange the edges, the box becomes different.
And if you collapse time, it also becomes different, doesn't it?
Any change. And when we lose intention, it's like we're floating out in space. The purpose, the passion, the intention.
So that's what those moments of silence are, Jesse. The free floating, right? And that's where we become more of our reflection.
So when these people use this little toothbrush, you didn't spit. It was more like a fresh breath strip. But it didn't produce material like toothpaste does. There's no toothpaste on it. So you didn't have to spit. And so people were like, oh, that's a huge difference. They said it took a while to get used to.
I'm sure.
Like I liken it to the difference of, let's think of going to space. You know? The difference between SpaceX, Elon Musk, and NASA. It never, outside of NASA's box, was never to lose an asset. Never to blow up a rocket. And so in the multi-tracking, one way they did it was they had people use it. It was one track. They were aware of like, look, it may not be a toothbrush, even though it looks like a toothbrush. It may not be, that may not be what explains it best. And another track was linguistics, to go work with a group of linguistics. These are the words. And the point of it was that there was information, there was input coming from from many different tracks. All influencing the result, the intention, the outcome. And when they landed on the name, I believe they called it Glide. I just knew it was right. Silence for me is a multi-tracking practice.
Sorry, Jesse, can you repeat that?
So like the silence is a multi-tracking practice for me.
Yeah.
To notice, oh, something that comes up. Look at it, or just don't attach to it. Just observe it, let it go. Look at the next one. Referencing your clouds. It's like, oh, there's that cloud. Oh, what's my intention? All right, let's look what else now. And do you ever notice that the same thing shows up a couple of times, usually over different days?
Mm.
I first noticed it, it figured it took me about 5 times to pay attention to. See, because I would grab onto the one thing, the thought that popped in the moment, I would grab onto and wrestle with. Wouldn't leave any room, it wouldn't leave any space, it wouldn't leave any silence. Because I was just reacting to whatever that thought was. As if that thought knew what was best.
The positive, the negative, and the neutral of our thoughts.
Mhm.
Neutral is listen. Positive is grab it and run with it. Negative is avoid. Or stop. Or shut down.
Fight.
Mm.
Positive is creation. New. Different. Exciting. Optimistic. Possible potential. Passion. Peace. Power. Purpose. Being. Boy, can those circumstances around us challenge that. Always, it just has to be information. I'm not good at reading it either. Deciphering it, interpreting it. When I said I'm not good at it, it's in comparison to the have structure. They don't run parallel. Would someone like to invite Pascal to in where we're at? What we're and just invite him in. It's a fun practice.
Sorry, I don't know if anybody invited me, but my internet.
You can't
cut
come
off.
in yet. You can't come in yet. Yeah. No,
No?
not yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll be on standby. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
All
I guess
right.
people don't want you in yet. All right.
All right. Just let me know. Let me know.
All right.
Let me know when I'm allowed to speak. It's very important for me. Very, very. So what is the practice you guys are talking about?
I just well, they created space, right? To probably one of the to invite people in. It's like to invite what into this space, into where we are, into what we've built, what we've created this morning.
Pascal,
Yes, Nikki?
that's enough just to say, Pascal,
Hmm.
your presence, your curiosity, your bravery, your heart, is what comes to mind.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pascal. Thank you for being a role model for your son, being a very considerate and kind husband, a fantastic friend, and somebody to know that you can always talk to.
Well,
Yeah, I feel that way
powerful
too.
invitation.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's really it's very fulfilling. It's very satisfying. It's very rewarding to know that you are loved. So yeah, thank you. And also, I welcome you, Pascal, to the home of love. Infinity Conscious Creators.
Oh, I thought it was done.
No, it's done now. This was my
I thought the last
introduction.
day was like 4 days ago or something.
And let's not forget the sense of humor that brings a smile to your face. Love you, Pascal.
Love you too. Yeah, it's not my dream was saying this morning. So I explained a little bit. So I had a wobble table, like a very dingy table. And I guess it was just like, it was almost like a plywood that wasn't screwed on. So I was like, okay, guys, I'll just go in the garage and get some screws, a drill and stuff, and I'll fix it. So I go in my garage, but it's not really the garage I have right now, but it's got 2 doors. And I accidentally opened the right one instead than the big one. I don't know why I opened the garage door anyway, but I did. And there's people living on the street, and they kind of felt welcome to my garage, even though I didn't invite them. And they look on the wall and they're like, "Oh wow, chicken wings!" And then I'm like, "Chicken wings?" So anyway, so like they want to fight me for the chicken wings, and I pretty much said, "Yeah, just take them," but they want to fight anyway. So yeah, so it's a brawl between these 2 guys and myself. But in the dream, I end up going back to the house. My wife is like, "Why your shirt is all bloody," and all that stuff, right? But then it's not done. These guys come back again. And they wanted more. And like the cops was involved, but the cops was like, oh, we got called like 300 times there, so we can't do anything. You know, so I got the guy like on the ground, pin him to the pavement, almost choke him to death. I'm like, are you done? You know, is it over? And he's like, no, no. So anyways, I let him go. And then yeah, and I woke up. So, but it's really strange. But my intention before, because I woke up around 4, like Kai woke up around 4, and when he does, I'm like, okay, that's a perfect opportunity. I got about 2 hours to practice lucid dream or astral projection. So I put the binaural beats and all that stuff, and then that's, you know, and I keep saying the body is nothing, the body is nothing, the body is nothing. And then I felt like the body was pretty much nothing, but then I fell asleep, and then that was the dream. But I didn't really woke up in the dream. I remember the dream, but I didn't woke up. So what would be your interpretation of the dream? I'm curious.
I'll offer something, Pascal.
Mm.
So when you told the last bit of the wider context of the dream, it confirmed a hypothesis for me, and that was that this dream is a great gift in that it's saying to you, you're done with fighting, but remember, your context still needs to fight.
Mm. Yeah, because it's funny, because at the end of the dream, before I opened my eyes, I was just like, I don't want to fight. I'm fighting myself. There's no others.
There you go. Very good. Better than me.
And I have to agree. Totally. That is spot on. Yeah.
I'm wondering, what about the chicken wings on the wall?
I don't know.
Yeah. Right. I tell you, isn't that an interesting one? Yeah.
I think
Oh
it
my
was just
gosh.
like, you know, an
Yeah.
invitation of like waking up,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? You got some odd things. Like I woke up on a lucid dream because like in my burger there was worms, and I was like, ugh. And then that's when I woke up. I woke up in my dream, and then like, yeah, it was vivid, and then it was really cool. But so like
You're-
these technique that like, I don't know, like during the day, like you try to put like your finger through your palm or stuff like that. They never like really work for me. But like I'll have these odd things like this, and I'm like, ugh, this is not normal, right? That's when I wake up. But yeah, yesterday I was just before to go to bed too. Like I watched something about astral projection and about the Monroe Institute and stuff. So that might have something to do with it. I don't know.
So since you asked, I'll share when you mentioned chicken wings, what landed for me in that moment was old patterns, your old patterns. The patterns that you've been working to let go of letting go of the things.
Yeah, it's like I wasn't protected. I wasn't
Yeah.
protecting like the chicken wings,
Mm,
like my old pattern. You're saying, like
mhm.
I'll be protecting everything in the house, and I'm like, oh, this is just material, food or whatever. You can have it, no problem, right? But then they were like, no, that's not enough. I'm
Mhm.
like, what do you mean that's not enough? That's what you came for.
So would you
And that-
can you kindly, Jesse, to say what you said to Pascal again? What was that again? I heard it, but
know.
I just
Yeah,
vaguely
right.
heard it.
And then, so Pascal, then it was like that fight. That fight was with yourself. It's like there's still the aspect of it that's actually and reality. It's other people around us, right, that are still fighting when they can't quite see their own pattern. Can't you see you only want the damn chicken wing? Like, take it, I'm giving it to you. No, it's not enough, right? Or no, that's not what I want. So Nikki, what I was just speaking about was the moment that Pascal mentioned chicken wings, which the sense that I got was an old pattern of Pascal's. His the material holding on, and it, for me, it's his dad's and his pattern that he speaks about as tools, right? The tools, holding on to the tools, not letting them go, not.
There's still an attachment
Yeah. And
that
in
needs
the
to be detached.
The dream to me was that the demonstration of how he has detached.
There's it. There's it. There's it. Yes. Wow. That's right.
But not everyone else has.
That's right. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, Jesse, that's right. Spot on. Wow, that's good. That's infinite, infinite, infinite. That's infinite there, baby. It don't get better than this. Wow, that's it.
So how's it
So-
relate to what you guys built this morning?
Oh my God. Where do we start from the beginning? That's what we can say. Huh? Where have you been, Pascal? Where have you been all our lives, Pascal? Where have you been?
Here and now.
Woo.
Heinz, you're saying something?
No,
Yeah,
not
but
me. I'm muted.
Oh,
Who?
I believe it's G who talking to the dog.
Oh,
I
she's
see.
talking to the dog. Okay. Dogs are good to talk to.
I believe he said come to the
Oh,
dog.
sorry. Sorry, I was unmuted.
Okay.
I was sorry. I'm working in the garden while I listen to you guys, and yeah, it's I'm enjoying it, but I'm only for listening because I have to work, help my wife in the garden.
Beautiful.
So sorry for interrupting.
You're just where you need to be, Chi.
I love it. Where
Yeah.
this conversation is going. Yeah, please,
Yeah.
join in. Wow.
Wow. That is a wow. Thank you. Thank you for sharing where you are. It's beautiful. You're in a beautiful place in the garden with your wife, listening to all your fellow friends, your fellow creators. Wow.
Yeah.
You're pure creation there, my dear.
My word for today is reunite.
Oh, wow. Reunite. That's right. Wow. Yeah.
I will go back and
wow.
sorry.
No, I'm just saying wow, because this fact that you can talk about it reunited, it's just like you know, I don't want to bring army to it, but you can relate to the army because you were in the army. So I don't know why it came up, but it's just like this is like we're not in a battlefield, you know, we just armored, you know, we armored with such love and we armored with such compassion and thriving and being together, just, you know, enjoying the fact that we are creating right now is just profound. That we're not doing it alone, that we're doing it with others. And when we do it with others, it's so much more comes out of it. You know what I mean? There's so much more joy.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
when you have interpret Pascal's dream, it was beautiful.
Beautiful. Yeah.
And everybody's joining in and
yeah. Yeah, he's very unique. It's a very unique way. And I'm glad you saw that because I saw it too.
Thank you all.
Yeah, thank you.
I did
Happy gardening.
Happy gardening. Happy gardening.
Yeah, the sun is shining here, and we have this opportunity today to.
The sun is shining. Wow. Heaven's kissing you right now.
Yeah, and you too, all of you.
Oh, I feel it. Trust me on that one. I know.
Wonderful.
Send love to your wife.
Thank you. I will. Much love, everybody.
Tell her we're not strangers, we're friends. Just that she's concerned. You know, we women don't like our man on the phone with other people. You know what I'm saying? It's like, who are you on the phone with? Who are you talking to? Who's that woman? Huh? Who's that woman speaking to you now? What's her name?
I told her about yesterday.
Very good. Just keep her informed. Keep her informed. You know what I mean? You never know. She maybe just join us.
And she said thank you back.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And I hope she got Allison's message yesterday, sending lots of love.
Yeah,
that's from another woman on the call. You know, she just to know that it's not just men, it's also us women. Okay. It's just, you know, just the two of us, you know, Allison and I, just the two of us. You know, we just two local town girls, you know, from South Africa. Where we have the sun shining in Cape Town, let me tell you, we have sunshine. We come from sunshine.
Beautiful.
Yeah. We have beautiful gardens in Cape Town. We have actually the garden route if you ever come to South Africa, Cape Town. Yeah.
Maybe one day.
Yeah, I tell you, gardens that doesn't end. It's so beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah. And it is a wow. Trust me. Yeah.
By the way, which sport is having World Cup now?
Oh, Springboks, honey. South Africa.
It's what?
Romania. We're playing Romania tomorrow.
Yeah, but
Romania. What do you mean? Oh, rugby.
Oh.
Rugby, Hans.
I knew it couldn't be football because football is always.
No, hell no. We're not doing football yet, darling. We're doing rugby. It's a whole different ball and a whole different set of rules and a whole different action, because this is literally like the most dangerous sport ever, I think. They don't wear helmets. They're not geared. They just go with their body. They have to have contact. They have to be in a scrum with their heads like literally going into each other. I mean, can you cope? And then you got this big tank of a guy running to you to tackle you. Oh my God. It is so much compact that you actually like, oh my God. It's just like, it's like, yeah, it's physical. It is physical. It's literally quite violent too. I gotta be honest, because they tackle you like, yeah, 3, 2, 4 guys tackling you. You know what I mean? It's like take you down. They take you down. And then what happened last week, there was a little like indicate like a little bit of a spark, and then the other team, Scotland, was getting a little frustrated with the Springboks because Springboks were heading. They were, you know, they were much of a threat. So they must have felt that, yeah. And so they wanted to fight. So the one punched one of our players. Oh, but then you see the masculine, Ooh, you see it from both sides. It's like they're all coming in for the attack, and you see the other team like, ooh, they're protecting their mate now. You know, you don't attack our guy. So then 4 other guys came in. Oh, then it became really intense. Yeah, but luckily, the captain, of the Springboks, he just like, it was a very interesting because he took his hand, because the guy's holding him right by the chest, like by the throat actually, and he takes his hand behind his head, but not aggressively, but he's just like saying, I don't know what he was saying to him, but he was like calming him down. It was profound. But he was still in his position to say, don't cross this line with me, mate. I got my hand in your head. My hand's in your head's in my hand. I will crush you, literally. So just calm down now. Calm the heck down. It must have said that because he just looked at him and then it just disappeared. When I say disappeared, it just stopped. You know what I mean? Like everyone just backed down. Everyone just backed down. Wow, his example was so profound because the guy's a tank. You know what I mean by tank? He's big. He's huge. You don't want to mess with him. And I tell you not, the Scottish guy too was just as big. But there was that kind of, no, not going to happen today, mate. We're playing in the game. This is a game we're playing. Get down, get focused here, because you're becoming like an animal. You're behaving like an animal. Animals don't even behave like that, but still, it was like animals. They were going to attack each other. They were going to literally destroy each other. I'm not joking. You watch the game and you will witness for yourself. I'm not exaggerating. This is the truth. This is what it was. But yeah. And then the referee, fantastic referee. Whoa, he was good. He got both captains from both teams. Yeah. Let's go. And then he tells, and you hear what he's telling them. He says, so far we've been playing the game and we've been playing well. Don't let your emotions get into the game and have these sort of, episodes, because I'm not going to allow it, he says. Okay? So you speak to your men. And he tells the Scottish team captain, you speak to your men and let's play the game. Lesson in life, baby. It's just a game. Don't get your head in the game. Get your head out of the game. Stay focused.
Who needs to watch? It's much more interesting listening to you, Nick. Way more
Really?
energy. way more energy
Really?
behind that. You could take down the whole team.
Really?
With your energy.
Oh my God, thank you. Because it's passion, baby. It's passion because this, it's like the best thing that can happen in Cape Town right now for me. When I was home and there was the game and the rugby and the yeah, everybody came together. You know what I mean? Like friends, family. We gathered together, even in pubs and restaurants. People come, especially to come and watch the game together. And we cheer together. And we support together. And it's like the most amazing, electrifying excitement. And even no matter what color you were, black or white, it didn't matter what culture you were, where you came from. It didn't matter if you were a child or an adult or a female or a male. Even your animals could come and watch the game. Everybody is allowed to watch the game together, and all united, and we all get to celebrate, and we all get to win the victories, and when we don't win the victories, it's like, okay, you know, it was a good game. It's a game. It's a game. And that's how life in general is a game. But who do we play? Like, what team are we playing on? Yeah, this is the question. What team are we playing on? Yeah. So
You put the spectator in spectator sport.
I'm telling you, thank you. I'll take that on. I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind.
I
But
can
yeah,
just
thank you for that,
imagine
Hans.
watching you watch that. It'll be pillows flying and everything. Whoa,
I know. But Hans, that's what I was saying to my friend, because my friend's in the army. In Quran, he's in the army. And so he hasn't got the rugby. So I had to tell him last week. I get to give him the whole rundown because he can't get it. He said, Nikki, this is so exciting. I said, really? He says, I don't need it, the radio. I got you. I said, oh my God, I'm so happy. Because he like grew up with rugby. Yeah. And so, yeah, I thank you for that, Hans, because you confirmed it. Because I had to tell him as the game is going, you know, as the plan, what's happening and everything. And he was like, oh my God, thank you. So it's so funny that you say that because you confirmed something that my friend said. Yeah. So thank you. Because I have to do that tomorrow again. I have to go and tell him like what's gonna happen, like what's happening in the game. So thank you, Hans. I appreciate that, eh?
My pleasure. It's a pleasure to just listen to you.
Oh, bless you. You're very kind.
I heard some of that, Nikki. It was really fun.
Yeah, Alison would understand a little bit of this, if not much, if not all. Yeah. You know, what's lovely about this is just the memory of my daddy too. You know, I'm going to bring my dad in, yeah, because it's a beautiful thing, because this is what we're living for. You know, we're living through our lives with the lives that we've celebrated and we've lost. Yeah. And when you can remember how my father used to love rugby, my daddy loved rugby. He screamed at that TV, go Bokke! You know, Alison? Bokke, go! Like, Bokke means Springbok. We call them Bokke. Bokke it's an Afrikaans word, Bokke. It's a millipede. It's like how you say, Alison. It's the animal, Bokke. It's we're not wildebeest. What is it called, Alison? Our animal.
It's a small
Bucky,
buck.
Bocky. A small buck.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just to give understanding, the buck means boca in our country. Boca. We say boca. So he used to scream boca, boca. And I mean, so excited. And he used to even wear the jersey. Oh my God. And then we used to have a braai. Now the braai means barbecue. Yeah, in America. We say braai. It's meat on a fire. We put meat on the fire, on the coals. Fire, real coals, yeah? Put the meat, put the chops, put the sausage, all kinds of lovely meats that you want to put in braai, yeah? And then, yeah, so it was, a beautiful time. Yeah, beautiful time to remember, and
Sounds
to
like
also,
sounds like to me you never really lost your dad. He became part of you.
yeah, he did.
Memory lives high when there's rugby.
And that's really the most precious gift.
Yeah, those words became anchor for you.
Yeah, it really did. It really has. Yeah, it really has. Mm.
Yeah, so I picture it all when you were
Mm.
talking, so that was pretty moving. And then when the guy, like they were had the other, they were fighting pretty hard and stuff.
Mm. Yeah.
And then like you told him like, well, you think like, I can crush you or whatever, you better stop.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I thought you said to him like, you're fighting yourself, right?
Yeah. 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 Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Because he's fighting his own frustration.
So which part of you that you don't
Yeah.
like?
Oh, there you go. There you go. Boom. Yeah. And also what's threatening? When you feel threatened, you immediately go on the defense.
Yeah, for sure.
So what are you defending yourself?
Yeah, you don't feel safe, right?
Is it? Yeah. Yeah. And that's the reminder of saying, I am safe. No harm can come to me.
Yeah, we protect that physical body like
Yeah. Mm.
more than
Like
anything.
we got to protect it. Yeah, like we got to protect it.
And
Yeah,
then
no.
now that we know, it's just a rental suit.
Mm. Mm.
So how much do we protect a rental car?
Wow. Wow. Yeah. Mm.
Do we really care of like how fast we're going in the rental car? That it's super clean? That we put the exact amount of gas or the right kind? Do we put like Supreme gas in the rental car? But we do. We're very concerned about it. And that's why, like, I hear that a lot, that we're not our physical body and stuff, but I really want to experience it. That's why, like, I love, like, doing these out of body experience.
But you're experiencing it now through your body. You're doing it right now. You don't need to leave your body to experience spirit. When spirit speaks to you, when spirit is there with you, when you know that you can look without and say, that's interesting. What do I need to know about that?
Yeah, I get that. It's just like I want the complete detachment from the human body.
The desires are not going
just-
to go. That
I want that
desire is not going to go.
I want that
Mhm.
experience of like, I'm on my ceiling and I'm looking at my body. I'm like, this is it.
Yeah, but then you'll be dead. You'll be dead. You
No,
need your body. You need your body.
no,
Your
you go
body.
back. That's what
No.
out of body experience, you go back to your body.
Yeah, I understand
But
that.
we
But
all
if you
do
want
that
to,
at night.
yeah. But what are you wanting? What are you wanting? You wanting to come out of your body, stay out of your body?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, you
So
come
then, if
out.
you're out of your body, then how you can experience Kai? How you can experience being with your
No.
wife?
No, you don't get it. Like at night, we're all leaving our body,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then we come back
Yeah.
to our body.
Correct.
So
But that's
I
why
want to
we're
be
on Earth.
conscious. I want to be
Uh-huh.
conscious of doing that.
Yeah, I hear that. I do hear that. I hear that 100%, and I don't disagree with
But
that.
like, it doesn't mean like if I leave my body, then I'm dead.
Well, you won't
It's
be
just
here in a physical form because your physical form is spirit coming through you as a Pascha, as a human experience.
yeah, you just take your astral body.
So you actually do know that you are God. So God in you is allowing to express the heart of what he wants to share
A lot of
to the
time,
world
maybe.
through you, because he can't do it without you. You are there and he's there. You are one. So one is always going to be one. There's no two. There's no separation, yeah? We don't need to be separated. We are one. We're whole. We go into it just knowing that we're living a human experience and this is our human body skin, as you say, skin suit. This is not what we are. It's eternally knowing that we bring it out to the world. And that is why you came here for whatever you came for, a mission or a purpose to complete.
Yeah, I definitely get all what you're saying. And I understand it all. Just like, have you had an out of body experience?
Yes, I have.
So you understand that,
And I've
right?
had a
Like,
death
so
experience too. So
a near-death
I've died
experience.
multiple times, to be very
Yeah,
honest
so
with you.
like,
Multiple times. So I know very well what you're saying.
yeah,
Very well.
that's, so you could like, even if you hear like we're not their physical body, then you experience it. That's what I want to do. I don't need like a near-death experience to experience it. I just want to come out of my body at will.
Mm-hmm.
But we do that anyway at night. It's just like, I just want to be conscious of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure.
That's all.
Absolutely. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds cool.
But it doesn't mean like I'm dead if I come out of my body. No. I just slide out of my suit and I come back in when my wife is watching.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll be probably aware I'm outside of my body, I'll be aware of everything, right? I'll be aware that, oh, Kai's waking up now, so I got to go back in my body. I don't know, but that's what I'm thinking. Hi, morning.
Pascal, I have a story for you. A friend of mine,
Mm.
little boy, was about 4, and they'd been out in the winter in New York, and they came back into the apartment, and the kids knew that they had to hang their jackets up. And Chris had dropped his on the floor, and so his mum said, "Excuse me, your jacket needs to be picked up." And he sort of grumpily, bent down, picked it up, and looked up at her and said to her, "You know, Mum, one day I'm going to drop my body just like that."
Wow.
Isn't that amazing?
And there's nothing you can do about it. That's awesome.
And now he's a dad of 2.
Wow. That's awesome.
And he is quite a divine soul. Never lost
Yeah.
that.
Nice. Yeah, that's I don't know if it's a goal or a desire but it's to remind Kai, because where I'm at, like, that it's extremely important not to lose that divine connection. It's not like you lose it, but like you're conscious about it, right?
Yes.
So I keep like asking him, like, why did you choose me? Why? Why? And he smiles and smiles. Why are you here? Must be a reason. I talk to him like he's an adult.
I did too.
There's no gigi gaga for me.
Hmm.
Yeah, because I was hearing like that that show yesterday about OBE, and I think it's David Bullman, something like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, he was the guy that was recording all his OBE experience, and then like that was his first book, and then the second book, like he wanted to collect all data from all around the world, like what age they had OBE, like what races, what, you know, are they male, female? Because like all his experience was as a male, or maybe like 30, 35, something like that. So he wanted to see if it was different. And he noticed that like people, like over 1,000 of the experience, I think like he collect maybe 5,000 something, like a lot of email. And over 1,000 was between the age of 4 and 7. That's when it was very easy to have one of those.
Mm.
Because we're not indoctrinated, right?
Mm.
Not as much anyway. Yeah, I think the show is called The Path Beyond the Physical, I think. Something like that. It's almost like a tug of war every time I want to watch something on Gaia, because like there's so much. Like you're like, where do I want to put my attention on?
Mm.
So I muscle test every time. Like, what is the best show for my evolution? What is the whatever, right? Like, keep asking questions.
The world is not to be conquered. The world is to be loved. That's my quote for the day. Inspired by Alison. Yes. This has been amazing. I thank every single one of you. And I will be signing off now. With love. Love you guys. Thank you.
Love you too, Nikki. Bye.
Bye.
Have a good day.
Bye,
Nikki. Have a
Hans.
great day.
Bye, Chi. Bye, Alison, Pascal, Craig, and Jesse. Touchdown! The winning team. Yes, let's go with the winning team, baby. Nothing can stop us. Woohoo! I'll keep you posted tomorrow. Don't be too concerned. I'll keep you updated with all the good. Okay?
Bye. Take care, Nikki.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, Nikki. Okay, it's about time. So thank you. Great day. Have yourself
Thank you,
a
everybody.
great rest of the day, and we'll see you next time.
Oh, shoot.
Have a
Thanks,
blessed weekend,
guys.
everyone.
Thank you. Take care,
Bye.
everybody.
Thanks. Bye. all.
Bye.
Everybody, big love.
Hi, Greg.
Bye, guys.